Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I go by Ninimi on the internet and this is my crafty space. Hi, hello, welcome everybody. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to put some crimp ends on your friendship bracelets. This technique works the same way on beaded bracelets like the one I have right here. And yeah, if you guys want to see how to do that, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's go over all the materials you guys are going to need. So the first thing, of course, are some crimp ends. I have a set that comes with crimp ends, jump rings, lobster clasps, and some chains. Now those are all things you guys are going to need to make this. I bought my set off AliExpress, but I'm sure you can also find it on Amazon or any other market selling place. Another thing you guys are going to need is some nail polish or glue. I used some glue in this video, but if you guys are going to use some nail polish, I would recommend clear nail polish. And the glue I used is some E6000 glue. If you guys are making beaded bracelets, I would definitely recommend using glue, not nail polish. I think nail polish would just not hold your strings together correctly, and I feel like the whole thing would just fall apart. The two last things you guys are going to need are some pliers and some scissors. Now, I have two pliers just because I find that opening the jump rings is a lot easier with two pliers, but to put on the actual crimp end, it is just fine to have one pair of pliers. So yeah, guys, that is all you guys are going to need, and now let's get right on into how to put on your crimp ends. Okay guys, so I just went over all the materials you guys are going to need to do this, and now I'm going to kind of explain how to make your bracelet to make sure that it turns out well. So the first thing you guys are going to need to do is make straight edges when you guys start and finish your bracelet. So as you guys can see right here, I made some straight edges on this bracelet. Another thing that you can do is start with a straight edge, but do a little bit of a triangle end at the side. This is what I did on this bracelet right here, just because I didn't have a crimp end that was long enough to cover the entire thing. So yeah, that is also something you guys can do. Now, the second thing you guys are gonna need to do is actually make your bracelet a little bit shorter than usual, because when you do put your crimp ends on and you also put the other metal things that need to go on, basically when you close this, it is gonna be a bit longer. Sorry, there we go. So you see how this also takes up space right here? So you're going to have to take that into consideration as well. So the bracelet I have right here in front of you, I usually like making my bracelets to about 6 inches. So this one is a little bit shorter than that. Okay guys, so to start putting on your crimp ends, the first step that you guys are basically going to do is just cut off the top and the bottom of your strings. Now, when I did this, I left a little bit of a space there between my strings and my knots, just to make sure that when I put my glue on or my nail polish on, that it really gets soaked in there. Okay guys, so my next step now is to or take some glue or take some nail polish, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice amount kind of on the sides there. You want to make sure that when you do this that all of your strings get covered by the glue or nail polish, and you want to make sure that when you are putting it on that you're kind of pulling the sides inward to make sure that you won't have strings that are hanging out of your crimp ends at the end. Something worth mentioning is that before you guys put on your crimp end, you want to make sure that your nail polish or your glue is dry or like almost dry. Just make sure that your strings kind of don't move from where they are and they can kind of like stay in place. Okay guys, so to put the crimp end on your bracelet, what you guys are going to do is you want to make sure that the end of your bracelet is not completely flush against the top of the crimp end, just to make sure that the strings that you guys are using do not come out of like the top where there's a little hole in the crimp end. So how I do this when I put on my crimp end is first what I like to do is like smush it just a little bit to make sure that it is working just fine, and then what I want to do is I just place it on the bracelet, kind of center it in the middle, and then I just start pushing it down and kind of like smushing it together. And I usually start from the middle and work my way out just to make sure that it is nice and centered. So what I do after I've placed my crimp ends on the bracelet and made sure they are nice and secure is I like to take a pencil or a toothpick or anything like that which has a small like poking little surface, and I just like to kind of poke the sides of the bracelet back into the crimp end because sometimes they like to kind of stick out. So I just like to make sure that they are nice and secure inside of the crimp end. Okay guys, so after I've put on my crimp ends, what I want to do now is basically put on everything that makes the bracelet close. So to do that, this is where my 2 pliers kind of come into play. So those help me open my jump ring. Okay guys, so what I like to do is I like to open one of my jump rings. I like to use a bigger jump ring for this one, and I put that jump ring on my right side, and then I close that jump ring, and then I take a smaller jump ring and I put that one on top of the jump ring that I just put in, and put a lobster clasp with that one as well. And then what I like to do is I like to move on to my left side, and on that side I like to take a small jump ring and put my chain on it. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please do give this video a thumbs up. And if you guys like this type of content, please do consider subscribing. I hope you guys have a good day, and bye, guys!